You know, an introduction can make or break you. Hello everyone, I'm John Tabor from UTS. I was at a wedding recently and the father of the bride was a good friend of mine. And he was introducing my wife and I to people we didn't know. This guy walked up to my friend to say hello and my friend said, "Pete, I'd like you to meet an old friend of mine. This is John Tabor and his lovely wife Paula." John's a great friend and we've known each other since we were kids, and I was introduced to his wife at their wedding almost 30 years ago. They live in Tampa. Right then, Pete's wife walked up and Pete said, using his thumb to point to her, "Nice to meet you. This is my almost better half, Donna." Now, based on Donna's reaction, she wasn't pleased with the introduction, or Pete for that matter. Now, there's a right way and a wrong way to make an introduction. My friend did it well. Pete, not so much. Same goes for you as an F&I manager. How are you being introduced to the customer? Hopefully the salesperson is better than Pete. A good way to teach salespeople how you would like them to introduce you is to remember the three-point turn. Let the salesman know that you want them to cover these 3 points when introducing you to their customers. Endorse the F&I process, transfer trust, and set realistic time expectations. Endorse the F&I process. Mr. and Mrs. Customer, next I need to introduce you to our business manager so he can complete all the documentation necessary to transfer ownership. I'll be right back. Transfer trust. Mr. and Mrs. Customer, this is John Tabor, our business manager. John's an expert at completing all the documentation needed to complete the transaction and a pretty good guy. John, how long will this process take? Set realistic time expectations. It's a pleasure to meet you. Shouldn't take longer than 30 minutes or so. And while I'm with Mr. and Mrs. Customer, can you start getting the vehicle ready for delivery? Thanks. Then as business manager, you should let them know what your 3 main responsibilities are. Since this starts the process of earning their trust, to help you remember, we'll call it the 3-point earn. And they are: ensure all paperwork is complete and accurate, assist with their purchase options, and answer any questions they may have. Now, as business manager, my responsibilities are to ensure that all your paperwork is complete and accurate, assist you with your purchase options, and answer any questions you may have. As I mentioned earlier, this should take 30 to 40 minutes. Do you mind if we begin? Getting a proper introduction from sales goes a long way to making a great first impression, building rapport, and earning trust. Remember the 3-point turn and the 3-point earn and incorporate them into your process. That way you don't have to worry about being introduced by your dealership's version of Pete. And that's your tip of the week. Email me at jtabor@udsdealerservices.com for a transcript.